Okay, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2. Last time we had a couple of developments. We calified Arabia, gaining this province, well, this state, and this state. But this is their capital state, so we couldn't take that. We have part of it anyway. And this one. And they have this colony over here. And we have the liberals now in power, which means we can't do crap for our economy. Because laissez-faire is unable to do stuff. On the other hand, it does make the factories more efficient. But it also makes them cheaper. But it also doesn't allow us to micromanage them at all. Which is bad. I'm not sure what kind of effect that'll have on our economy in the long run. It will probably make the unprofitable factories go away. Although the unprofitability of factories is not necessarily a long-term thing. To try to counteract this, I'm going to turn down my tariffs to about 10%. Just in case. To help alleviate the problem. I don't think having my taxes lower would really help anything, but I'm going to lower my rich taxes to 0 anyway to help encourage them building things. So that's good. I don't really have the national focuses, or foci, however you want to put it, to put a bunch more places around to do things for workers. But I guess I gotta do what I gotta do as far as that goes. We put a couple of events into motion last time, but not a whole lot. And we've also got... we're gonna get a new First Minister, who could be anything, really. Could be bad, could be good. And we're almost able to influence Kurdistan a little bit, so let's start rolling. Oh, also... I was supposed to research muzzleloader rifles. So that's what I'm going to do. Because that was the tech that more than one person wanted, so... Am I still losing money? No. I don't have any bankrupt factories yet, so that's good. And I'm just going to leave my money down a little bit. See what happens. I want to raise my tariffs back up a little bit. We'll see if it stabilizes. There we go. No big deal. And notice our military spending is capped at 50%. I didn't have it any higher, but if I did, I would not be able to do that. So, we've got some diplomacy points. I think we're almost, almost done talking to Bavaria. I think we might stop there. Because, extra 10 points, whatever. Or extra 5 points, I guess. So let's go talk to Kurdistan. I didn't change any of the flags, by the way. Because I didn't... Wow, they don't like us. What's wrong with you? I don't really care. There's rebels in here. Being reactionaries. What is going on? Are they trying to westernize or something? Hey, we've been selected to host the World's Fair. Hurrah! We gain 10.5 prestige. That's great. We spent a whole bunch of money on that. Basically, you can like boycott the fair if you want to. Rebels in the Zoroastrian Persia. We got about 40,000 troops. You can deal with this, right? Yeah. And it makes the person who hosted the fair lose prestige. Assimilation policies rescinded. I was expecting this. With the new government in power and its more liberal views on minorities within the Persian Republic, the policies of assimilation that attempted to stamp out minorities and other nationalities have all been rescinded. There are those within the Persian military who warn that this is a dangerous idea, and that allowing these foreign identities to perpetuate will only lead to further conflict with our neighbors, but for now their voices have been ignored. So, every place I was doing that gets that thing removed, and my military becomes more reactionary. Somebody was asking about something. Some kind of guys. But I don't see anything. Create Transcaucasia, huh? Whatever. I don't see any movement dudes that are anything unusual right now. Subordinates or something like that. I have no idea. So since we're done with Bavaria, let's start talking to Prussia. Wow. I do have a lot of stuff. To get prestige, you basically have to go to war a bunch. And build up your military. If I built my military up to maximum size, I'd probably be above Bavaria, but probably not above Prussia. And prestige is quite hard to get, so I wouldn't count on that. And Vinland has shitloads of prestige because they are murdering everyone that they can get their hands on. Unfortunately, when you finish a war, you have a truce with them for 5 years after it ends, so we gotta wait. And there's no reason to start justifying a war, which we can't do anyway, because we have a truce. Oh, apparently Sweden is attacking Russia. Okay. Somebody said they were a vassal of France when they were released, but that's not true. I think they were in their sphere. I think that's what it was. So, if we want to go to war, we got to look for other targets. Might as well run the game. India is an attractive target because, well, we already have some partial states. However, it's going to make a problem we have already worse. In that we have a large problem with the population not being of our culture and stuff. So the Sinai's rum distillery is bankrupt. Is it really bankrupt or is it fake bankrupt? Let's find out. It's really bankrupt. Our first new minister is an inbred halfwit. Political awareness plus 10%. Why do we get a bonus for that? Lose a little bit of prestige over time. Diplomatic points are... Oh, that's garbage. That is garbage. I hate him. It's gonna make it harder to spear dudes. So they're mobilizing. I suppose we have the two most important people in our sphere, but I can't really focus on things as well as I could. So I guess if I'm paying attention, I can... Ooh, pit coal. Gets us more coal. That's nice. And as you can see, things are really stabilizing. Somebody said that I'm going to be rich as hell once I discover oil, and while that's true, that is already true that I'm rich as hell. That's all I have is money. Some guys grant extraterritoriality. Ooh, prestige. Free prestige. I'll take that. So evidently somebody just passed me in score. I wonder why that happened. Because Lombardia is mobilized, I guess. Oh, no, okay. Apparently... Yeah, I don't know. I guess Bavaria jumped me. But I thought that was the positions we were in before. Luxury clothes factory. Isfahan. I actually find I have to micromanage things a little bit more in this. This is probably fine. since there is a thing here. But I'll open it again to see if it stabilizes its... Yeah, see, it's profitable now. Because a lot of times the game is just derping and it's actually profitable, but it just, like, for some reason, closes. So, as I was saying before, Central India, for example, looks particularly attractive because it's a single thing that is all Central India. I have quite a bit of Central India already. At least 2 things. Bovine fever. Strange fever has erupted among the cattle in one of our farming provinces, and the cattle are reported dying en masse. The veterinarian in the local garrison has been crisscrossing the province trying to do what little can be done to stave off the effects of this apparently quite contagious disease. While the disease itself will eventually dissipate, the question of reimbursement for hundreds of ruined farmers and their families requires attention. So the government will cover all losses, and our stockpile changes by minus 500 cattle, and we lose 10,000 money. Or sadly, there's little that can be done, and our farmers all gain lots of bad things. Well, I'll spend a little bit of money. We've got tons of money. Who cares? Speaking of tons of money, we should build some army guys. So, just build some infantry for now. Now, since we've got quite a nice bonus in that Mashriki is one of our accepted cultures, and we just got a whole bunch of provinces that have that, and Bedouins as well. So let's get a few regulars and some artillery. There we go. That looks like a good group there. And we could get some horses, but whatever. I guess if I really wanted to, I could build a bunch of these infantry. And I don't really see any reason not to, honestly. They suck, but I don't know. I could use them for fighting rebels, maybe? I'll think about it. In any case, we'll build our good stuff now. And that rum distillery does not want to stay profitable. And they're building a steel factory, which is better. So I'll let that take its course. Since it... Well, actually, I should keep reopening the factory so that the people stay employed. And then when the steel factory opens, I can ignore it. Okay, back to diplomacy. Prussia, I guess. Wonder why their thing went down. Oh, I skipped a newspaper. War between Netherlands and Westphalen. Canals in decline. Some dinosaur stuff. Gauss dies. Whatever. Because the Netherlands? Nope. You go die, the Netherlands. What do you... So they're in Vinland Sphere. It's quite odd to see a European nation in the sphere of an American nation. I guess it's because of Florida. It doesn't look like the Netherlands is having a good time. Lombardia, Saxony, and Westphalen. Okay. So, I can increase sphere of influence in Argentina. I'm going to ignore that. I don't really care about that. Planning the World's Fair. You can say it must be magnificent, no expenses to be spared. Be prudent, but provide a true spectacle, or do it on a shoestring. No one need to know. I'll spend all the money. Screw it. All the money. Actually, I'll get rid of this because actually just want to see how many points I have. Apparently some event happened that gave me a lot of stuff. So everybody else is they're opposed to everybody. Whatever. We can be freedom-loving bros. Whatevs. Okay. So I guess I'll just leave those guys where they are for now. My infamy is going down pretty good. I think our... we don't have a... it's pacifism that has a... Oh, I thought it did. As a reduction of that stuff, but I guess not. Is it anti-military? I could be cheesy and hold an election again, but I don't know if that would affect anything. So this is almost done. You just keep opening. Don't want those workers to leave. Once the steel factory is there, then it's fine. So as you can see, I'm actually having to micromanage this a little bit more. I just build them and leave them be before. I can't choose, obviously, what I'm doing, but pressure chambers for thorax surgery. Hey, prestige. Nice. So, that military gain was not appreciable. One of the things that really increases your military power is your navy. Unfortunately, I don't have any navy techs, so I can't do that. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't. So everything's going great. Rich bros are not doing their jobs, building any factories. Oh, now this, no, that's just, no. There. There. I hope I told that to not do that. Yeah, that's much better. I'll leave the factory there. They might reopen it later. Okay. So where do we have unemployed workers? Just 50 in Abu Dhabi. Okay, whatever. Shaft mining in farce. So what does our thing look like now? It's pretty even, but we still got a majority of conservatives. That doesn't actually mean anything. We got a pretty evenly split country now. Reforms-wise, I don't think there's anything that's actually getting any support. Westfalen is going to kill them. Ooh, fertilizer factories. That's my favorite thing. Yeah, fertilizer. See, they're building a factory now. It was so cheap that they just did it. And I didn't have to do anything. Now, I can't invest in there, so... Support for foreign abolitionism. Of course. Yes, here in the Persian Republic, all men are free and equal. In the lands beyond ours, the bonds of slavery and serfdom still wrap tightly around the wrists of the oppressed. Abolitionists in the Persian Republic are arguing the government should oppose slavery abroad and support foreign abolitionist movements. Supporting foreign dissidents is obviously not something that will make us popular, but the country on the receiving end. You could say, liberty shall not perish, and we'll gain some prestige. And all pops and the immortals become 2% more in favor of outlawing slavery. I didn't know they had a slavery. Do they even have any slave states? It must just be a default thing for their crappy government. Let's see, not at this time in Luke's retreat. No, of course. Screw those guys. Those guys are jerks. Oh no, the Huanghe River floods. Oh no. Or in China. Poor China. Yeah, you guys gonna invade me? Y'all are dicks if you do that. Shanghai is mine. I want to put troops there. Netherlands has gone bankrupt and claims they owe us nothing. We must use our military might to safeguard our investors. That would get me in trouble with Vinland if I did that. I don't think we're going to do that. Yeah. We're not going to mess with crazy Vikings. How much I can do here? I guess I'll just increase my opinion. Having them be friendly is nice. Turkmenia. Now a lot of these guys will end up moving away to other places. So now we can construct engineers. I wonder if I can do that with my non-super pops. No. Where's Sringar? It's in Asia, I guess. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so now I think we're going to build research. I think cheap iron would be a good idea, or interchangeable parts. I don't think we've unlocked... No, we did. We did unlock machine parts. So that's not so bad. Inorganic chemistry is a good idea too. More population growth. I think cheap iron is a good idea. We'll do cheap iron next. And I think it'd be prudent to start looking at... Ooh, mechanical saw. Some good things for timber. I don't know how much we produce timber. If you look up here, you can see what your top export goods are. Cotton, fruit, and tea. We import canned goods, regular clothes, and wine because our freaking incompetent ass guys are not building those factories. Oman integration. Persian Republic has maintained control over Oman for us to consider the possibility of integrating it into the Persian Republic as a whole. Their Persian flags waving in Muscat, flown by Persian citizens. So bloody blah. Integration. To infamy? Sure. And it is basically it's like creating cores, and it makes it so that they are not colonies. I think maybe this wasn't a colony before. So yeah, this is barely competent, but I guess there was a factory there before. Oh, I probably owned part of it. Now that I think about it. Corruption at the World's Fair. One of the organizers of the World Fair has been somewhat creative in the accounting. Arg. Whatever. That's as much money as we're going to spend on it anyway. This is like Sochi Olympics up here. Hey, we're above Bavaria now. I guess that helped. That slight increase in our troops. Oh, wow. I think we need to pay attention to wars because it looks like Prussia and Bavaria are at war again. And look at this. Like, last time Bavaria beat Prussia because France was involved, but they've got more than twice their military power. Yeah. Sweden, Oldenburg, Rhineland. We got Bavaria, Smolensk. Oh, Smolensk's pretty big. And they both got things on either side. Did they kill Russia? I guess they did. No, they still have one province. The next one is Smolensk is sweeping over Sweden, but it's like Prussia's giving them the business. But then again, Bavaria's coming in from the south. It's like Prussia's cruising for a bruising on this one. So, who else could we talk to? I'm going to Lombardia. Pretty cool dudes. Holy crap, look at that. 300 industrial power. And it is 1851. Friggin' England, man. And they don't even have the entire thing. Like, York is got, like, a lot of industry already. Well, I guess not anymore. What happened to it? Whatever, I suppose. They used to. Maybe all their factories got shut down. No, we're not going to do that. That's a terrible idea. I probably accidentally said yes to one of those earlier. Okay, so where are those guys? Did I build them? Sringar. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to put these with bigger units. Have them hang out. And they will help them move over rivers and junk. So. It's nice. Oh, we can increase von Destan's opinion of us. I probably should have set them to be in our sphere already, but whatever. Muscovy has declared war on Active B. It's another potential target, since Guryev here is part of something we already have. On the other hand, it's kind of pointless. It's got some sheep. Crappy supply limit. Not very many people. It's basically a garbage province that shouldn't carry anything about. Now I think we're going to work more on Arabia and maybe think about Indore. They seem like they would be something I'd want to talk to. Hyderabad. Who's Hyderabad? The big guy. Okay. They're 25th ranked military power with 21 power. Which is probably equivalent to the units I have standing here. So Zhao declares war on Ming. That's interesting. That Zhao believes that they are stronger than Ming at the moment. The AI will probably never attack an enemy that they believe is stronger than them. That's interesting. I really want to get the rest of Arabia so my borders don't look stupid, though. But that's going to be 3 more years until I can do that. We're mobilizing. Crop rotation, great. As it's pretty standard fare, I suppose, for Paraguay goes bankrupt. Who cares? I mean, technically they're telling us that because they owe us money, but of course not. Brunei, nope. And I mean, if I was paying attention, I suppose that would be important to know, but I don't really care. Zoroastrian is building a gunpowder factory. Well, reopen your clothes factory while that's working. Cannot even subsidize the factory, so I can't pay for it to stay open. It's a good idea to do that. It's one of the reasons why having... I suppose if you like having LF, then... or are content with it. Somebody said that they didn't like micromanaging their factories. Sure, Assam. We can be bros. What's it called? What do these guys have? Interventionism is the best of both worlds. And that's kind of true. I agree with that. Interventionism has its uses. Construction's halted at the World's Fair. Unavoidable material shortages have held up construction at the World's Fair. We lose some more money. Whatever. I've got 4.19 million bajillions. So it looks like the bros are at war with Brunei and Ming. Looks like Muscovy is... Okay, so they want that province I was looking at before. I don't really want it, so I guess they could find it. Okay, so they're at war with Dynam. Because of Ming, I guess. They're allied with Dynam. That seems strange. So they're at war with Zhao. Okay. So it looks like Assam and Brunei are on the same side in the war. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Then I probably should have gotten Brunei military access. So we've got this event before. Consciousness, not too bad. Actually, it probably is bad. Steel factory, really? Sinai is a terrible province, apparently. The World's Fair in Baghdad. The venue is complete, and the World's Fair may begin. Huzzah! We lose some money. Have country World's Fair team. Woohoo! They're building a regular clothes factory. We could probably use that, actually, since we're importing that, looks like. So maybe that would be more popular. No. I am on the other side, bros. Aleppo, huh? The liberals are gaining more ground. Outdone at the World's Fair. The Persian delegation did well, but we were outshone at our own fair by the Saxon delegation. Saxons! Lose 10 prestige. That is garbage. Garbage, I say. It's kind of safer to not have the World's Fair, but hey, you know, whatever. Gotta go for the gusto. It's not gonna lose position or anything. But like, losing prestige is always bad. Okay. So it looks like Muscovy now borders me. Better watch your face, Muscovy. Kill you if I wanted to. It looks like Prussia's getting beaten up again.